Hello, and welcome to Northern Notes, a collection of points and observations about Northern Ontario. Today's session is called The Mapmaker's Dilemma, and we're going to tell it in the form of a story, even though it might take a couple minutes longer. Once upon a time, in a place far, far away, not actually that far since the lower boundary was just south of Windsor, but anyway, our brave young mapmaker agreed to mark 4 points on a flat map. See these 4 points in red here? He had to put them onto a map. The points were between 60 degrees, 40 degrees north and 60 degrees north, and 45 degrees west and 60 degrees west. Here are the same 4 points later that same day. Think about it. He had to put those points onto this grid on the right. He started by filling in some distances, apparently in a very large font. So the vertical lines were fine at 1,760 kilometers each, but the lowest line was 1,275 kilometers, while the upper line was only 835 kilometers. With great care, he marked the general area of the new map. Then he started with the upper right and put the first point ever so carefully. So far, so good. Now we had a second point. Looking good so far, folks. And then the third. Things were going very well. In fact, he was now 75% complete, and he was making it look easy. He began to boast. We are 3/4 of the way there. Nothing can stop us now. I'll finish up, and you go ahead and plan the victory parade, kind of like the fans for the Toronto Maple Leafs, he said to his friend that suddenly appeared in the story. Now he just had to go due north by 1,700 and something number of kilometers, 1,760 kilometers. I've got a typo there. But then he hit a problem, and even Scooby-Doo said, "Ruh-roh." The distance between the top 2 points is supposed to be 835 kilometers, but on this map, it is 1,275 kilometers. The brave young mapmaker started to weep. This is the sad part of the story. "I'll fix it," said the man wearing a cape with his bathing suit over his pants, who came out of nowhere. Using his X-ray vision, the man wearing a cape with his bathing suit over his pants moved the point on the upper right to the left, so that the upper 2 points were now 835 kilometers apart. Isn't that good? Then the man wearing a cape with his bathing suit over his pants said, "Whoops, now the 4th point is no longer due north of the lower right point. Well, you're on your own. I'll see you later." You see, in the 21st century, superheroes aren't the same as they were in the 1970s. So all the map makers finally had a conference where they agreed to maintain the north-south relationship and not worry about the distance. And they all lived happily ever after. Well, except that now we got this giant Baffin Island and tiny little Texas. But other than that, they all lived happily ever after. The end. Tune in next time for Not Enough Southern Exposure.